Alrighty guys, today Fortnite Creative had its biggest update of 2021 in my opinion, and we are here to go over everything. But trust me, there is a lot to talk about. I'm gonna link down to everything I possibly can. Somehow, in some way, I'm gonna miss something. So check that out, link down below. If you guys are excited for more creative content, drop a like, subscribe, I'd appreciate that. But let's jump right into it with the brand new Mutator Zone device. First off, it looks like it's winking to you, which is already an awesome feature of the device, but you guys know the deal. They are slowly going through all of the old plate devices and updating them to be more with 2021 with the times. You can place them wherever. They've got the same settings. It's just a better version of that device. So this is awesome. I was just messing around with Mutator Zones a couple of days ago, and now the actual prop device is here, which is really awesome. So +1 already for the update, and that is just scratching the surface, because if we go over here, there's a lot more to talk about, as you can see. Up next is the customizable light. Now this thing has a lot of features, and I feel like most of them are going to be used for scary maps because of just the use of a customizable light. It makes the most sense to me. So there's a lot of light colors: apple green, you guys know it's green, white, sky blue, cerulean, you know, Misty's up in here. Got a lot of options for the customizable lights. And obviously with the triggers, you can toggle it, so you can literally create a light switch, which we have done right here, which is pretty cool. So you can walk into a room, it's pitch black, you find the light switch, you turn it on, and all of a sudden you can see stuff, which in my opinion could make for some really cool scary maps. I'm super excited for this year's Halloween because there are so many new abilities and new things in the game to make maps even cooler than before. Now, also with that, we have the new Skybox Skydome device. This thing has a lot going on with it, trust me. You can make the sky very, very crazy. You can even have the sun be the moon. If we look up right now, well, let's turn it on really fast. All right there. We have the moon above us, which is really cool. You never thought you'd see the moon in Fortnite, but here we are. We got the moon going on. With that, you have all of these different colors to make the world. So you can make it apple green, which is a little neon, a little much in my opinion. You can make it dark green, gonna be even worse. It doesn't look that great, let's be real. You can make it cerulean, and you can make it all kinds of different colors. You can obviously customize the top color, the middle color, and the bottom color. You can have stars out so you can see the stars out there in the world. There's a lot to do with the skybox, and again, especially with the fog, there's gonna be a lot of options for some crazy, scary map designs with these new devices. So next up, we have the dance mannequin. We heard about this in the last few updates. It's finally here. It's pretty cool. Again, it's more for like concert maps or for a cool way to show off when you beat a death run or an escape map. So if you got customizable skin presets, one of them being the Sparkle Specialist, one of my OG skins. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But obviously what happens with this is when you step on a trigger and you activate the dance mannequin, it'll turn into your skin, which I'll show later on in the video as well. And you can have it be doing multiple different emotes, such as candy, scenario, infectious, and blowing bubbles. This is all of those in that order, as you can tell. Overall, not the coolest device in my opinion, but it still could make for some pretty interesting aesthetics in your maps, which is always cool. Moving on to the effect spawner, this one is just used to have multiple effects be cast throughout the map. So currently I have concert rain. So if you look up in the sky, there's a bunch of rain stuff going on. It looks pretty cool, but you can obviously have it be changed to spark rain, disco balls, sparkles. We've got lightning, the bats, the eyes from before. So it's kind of like the effect gallery we had, but now it's a spawner right here. All of these settings for you. You can loop it. You can enable it with all these different channels, things like that. So pretty cool. I don't see it being that useful, but again, in terms of a scary map in the future, this could really come into play. Let's go ahead and turn the skybox off and get to the last but the coolest device of this entire update, and that is the wildlife spawner. Yes, that's right, we finally have this in the game. I never thought I'd see the day, if I'm gonna be honest, but here we go. We can officially spawn in chickens, frogs, boars, wolves, raptors, all these awesome wildlife. We can spawn in. You can still tame them via the wildlife taming option right here. And it's so cool. This is gonna make for some crazy new maps. I could already see one that I personally started making and then realized it would take a very long time to fully do. So if we start game right here, I want to show you guys a great idea for a death run, maybe for someone to make in the next few days. You know, hint, hint, there we go. So you can probably see where we're going with this. We have a chicken right here. What do chickens give you? Extra jumping. The chicken only death run. Come on, guys, it's right there in your face. It looks so cool. And yeah, these guys are fine. Oh my goodness. Maybe I shouldn't have spawned them all at the same spot. But fun fact, the raptors can actually open these doors. So interesting idea to have. And by the way, here's the light switch that I was talking about. You can turn it on, you can turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, all that jazz. If we go a step on the trigger, you can see I get placed in all of these, plus the skybox gets turned on. We can turn that off really fast. So pretty awesome. A lot of crazy stuff in this update. I cannot wait to see what people do with it, because literally there are so many possibilities with the wildlife. All of that is the really cool stuff, but along with it, we do have a few customizable options that have been added into the game, which is really cool. So for one, the teleporter, you can now have it skydive after teleport, yes or no, which is a pretty big one in my opinion. So it can really act as an actual rift, as opposed to just a teleporter, which is cool. For the radio and the speaker, we have new audio tracks, and those would be House of Mirrors, Purgatory, Church Lava, Fairground Rides, Whole Screams, Underwater, Demonic Crows, and Graveyard. So again, fantastic updates for the Halloween maps to come. For the conditional button, we have 4 new options. One of them is add consumed items to score, and then score on key item 1, 2, and 3 consumed. So you can have how many points you want per item consumed, which is really cool, just for more maps in the future. This button is getting a lot of features recently, so it's a good one to look out for and a good one to learn, in my opinion. Moving on from that, we now have matchmaking privacy settings in the game. For this one, be careful, because when you change it, as shown right here, you will not be able to modify the setting after you have published your map. So it's a pretty serious setting to look at. I don't know why anyone would really want a private matchmaking lobby, but it's an option. Most of you are probably gonna have it on public, so just be careful that you never change this. Every time you change it, it will give you this option right here. I wish it would say like don't accept in case you've done it on accident, but either way, you can just quickly redo the setting again and you're good to go. So be on the lookout for that. Next up, we have new galleries. We have the Invasion Nature Gallery. You got some, cute little plants in here, cute little plants. And we have kind of like the Believer Beach invasion stuff. So all of the props, all of the cornhole tables, all of this cool stuff. Really good for a UFO map in the future. And then obviously the graffiti gallery as well, which are the floors, in my opinion, look really, really cool. So I'm excited for more aesthetical alien death runs in the future. And I believe with that, we have everything out of the way that is currently in the game, but we still have one more thing to talk about that is not in the game yet, and that is the Flaming Demon Sword. So this is what it looks like, and it looks so cool. It looks better than the Infinity Blade, but it's not in the game yet. Now the stats we're gonna have for it, damage is 0, it does 10 damage to builds, the fire rate's nothing, magazine size 1. I'm guessing the sword will have some sort of damaging value to it, or maybe it's going to be just some random sword you get, kind of like the flashlight, that really serves no purpose other than holding it, which is still pretty cool in my opinion. So that is something to look forward to. The sword will hopefully be in the next creative update. That's usually how it goes when we see these hidden files in the leaks of the updates. We get them in the next 1 or 2 updates in the future. So, but guys, that is all we have for this video. So if you enjoyed it, definitely drop a like, subscribe, and of course, share this video around. I'd highly appreciate that. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think of this update? In my opinion, it was the biggest one of 2021, and hopefully we can get even bigger and better in the future. But for now, guys, that is all we have. So I will talk to you all later. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Deep dab. And peace out.